The kind of panoramic, I thought. It's like a movie, the way this film,
like
this program's been made today, like a movie. Now, speaking of movies, there's a book out called Battleground, The Making of Saving Private Ryan in Ireland, and it's to do with the Wexford link that obviously Saving Private Ryan has and will forever, as far as we're concerned, be known for. We're joined by Stephen Eustace, one of the co-authors of this book. You're very welcome, all the way from Wexford.
Indeed.
Nice to have you with us. Tom Mooney's your co-author.
That's right.
And here's the book. And I'll just show everybody at home what the book looks like with the lovely Tom Hanks on the cover there now. There's the book, there's the posh book. Tell us about writing the book. What's the idea behind it from your point of view?
Well, basically just to mark the fact that that it was shot in Wexford. I mean, it's hard to believe that the likes of Tom Hanks and Steven Spielberg actually came all the way from Hollywood to film in Wexford. And I think even myself, I open the book there at times and say, yes, it did actually happen.
It's also hard to believe that you got the wherewithal to do it.
That's right, yeah.
Well, of course, you were the film critic with The Echo.
That's right. And
so that gave you an in, I suppose.
That's right, yeah. Well, it did. Well, it was a closed set and there was no reporters allowed. But Tom Mooney, my co-author, said at the beginning of it, you know, said, you've got 3 weeks to get Spielberg, you know, so that was kind of a motivation too, you know.
But Mary and I were talking about this earlier. You don't get to Spielberg.
No.
Like...
No, I mean, even, he wasn't even seen, or, I mean, there was photographs appearing in national papers of Hanks kind of from a distance, all right, but there wasn't one photograph of Spielberg throughout the whole...
So how did you swing it, Stephen?
Actually, the photograph on the back was the Echo's first photograph printed on newspaper form.
So how did you get it?
Well, I put a number of plans into action, and it was kind of Plan X worked. It was kind of a last resort. I actually wrote a letter signed to Mr. Spielberg himself, and it was basically pointing out that it would be, from a PR point of view, not so great to kind of leave Wexford without saying hello or goodbye to the Wexford people and thanks very much or whatever. So I think the PR people kind of went along with that idea and said maybe it would be a good idea for...
So you were doing them a favour, really, weren't you?
I was offering my services
yes,
to...
you were.
Absolutely.
So that they'd look good. Will we have a little look at a piece from Saving Private Ryan, because it's full of action, particularly the beginning. And this is Curracloe Beach, isn't it?
That's right, yeah.
Let's have a look.
I'll see you on the beach.
That's where we used to go swimming, Mary. As children, you'd never think it now, would you?
Not that summer.
And we'll show you a picture. There's Curracloe Beach in the book with that lovely colour photograph. Look what they did to the beach, the Devils. It's all right now, though.
Oh, it is. They left it as it was, so that was part of the deal.
That's an amazing, amazing aerial photograph there of the beach. It really did create some atmosphere, didn't it, for Wexford? I mean, it turned it on its head.
It was unbelievable, all right, because the whole county was in a buzz of excitement because with a film this size, you'd have things like big four-wheel drives with the windows blackened out and everybody going, I wonder, is that Spielberg or Hanks? And a lot of people got work on the film as well, various things.
You got to interview Tom Hanks, of course.
Yes, and Spielberg himself.
Yeah.
So I interviewed Hanks down on the beach while they were shooting one of the scenes from the beach landings. So he was kind of talking a bit there, and then he'd go off and take another shot, and he'd come back and say, well, where was I? This type of thing.
That's very good.
So it was interesting to be down and
did you talk about other things, or just Saving Private Ryan?
Well, one thing you mentioned was the fact that Wexford was in the All-Ireland, or the National, or the Leinster final at the time, against Kilkenny.
He mentioned it.
He did, yeah. I mean, it was the whole county was full of purple and gold, so they obviously wondering what was going on, you know. So they're all fascinated by the game of hurling, so they sat in that Sunday afternoon and watched the game and cheered on Wexford. So he was delighted with that.
We've got another piece from the film, and it actually highlights Tom Hanks walking down the beach, and it really does show us the beach as we know it's like.
Indeed.
We'll have a look at that and see.
You can't see any caravans or anything. You can see no caravans.
In the 101st lost 3 brothers, and he's got a ticket home.
How come Newville?
Yeah, I think he's up there somewhere, part of all those airborne misdrops.
Come on, let's go. It's not going to be easy finding one particular soldier in the middle of this whole damn war.
Finding a needle and a stack of needles.
Well, what about the company?
We take the pick of the litter, and the rest get folded into Baker.
They took away your company?
It wasn't my company. It was the Army, so they told me anyway.
It's really the sand dunes. I can remember them, do you?
It is, oh, absolutely. Was chased through them a few times, I tell you. There's another picture of the lovely Mr. Spielberg, just to get the... He didn't tell you how they did the bicycle scene, did he, in E.T.? I've always wondered about that. One of my favourite films of all time.
Yeah.
I love that one. You didn't get into any of that, because you're a movie buff, aren't you?
I did. Well, I was asking him film questions as well. Actually, Saving Private Ryan was the third film we made back-to-back after The Lost World and Amistad. So I was asking, was he not tired at this stage? And he said, no, I'm not tired, but it must be crazy, you know. But he said he was tired coming off of Amistad, but he had second wind with Saving Private Ryan.
And Stephen, how close were local people able to get to see the filming being done?
Well, Cartlow Beach is a long stretch of beach, and where they were actually filming was Ballinesker, but there were barricades down the line a bit, but there was every day a lot of people lining up there to see from a distance, all right, filming going on. So
And they could do that. They were
could do that, yeah.
Which is wonderful. Now, you need to sell your own town. We had a man in yesterday. Huge population in his town, 18 all told in his town. Yeah. Now, tell everybody where you're from.
Well, I'm from Timon, which is one of the biggest villages in the southeast.
Right, I'm showing this Tom Hanks letter here now.
This is it, yes.
So tell us, what's this picture and all this?
Well, when they completed filming in Cartlow, they had a few days to spare, so they brought film over from England, where they went on to next, and they found a location in Timon, which is actually a mile or two up the road from where I live, and they shot a scene at Tottenham Green Bridge, which is in Hilburn. And this lady here was Jennifer Boyd, whose house is on that road, and herself and her sister Dorothy were obviously up with Hanks and showing off their baby, and Hanks was very accommodating in that point of view. And they invited him down for drinks afterwards to the house if he could, after filming. So at the end of the day, kind of filming went on a bit, and he couldn't actually make it. But Dorothy sent a letter to Hanks in England to say thanking him for all his friendship or generosity throughout the day. So he sent this note back, kind of thanks for the note. And it was actually on the back of the 2 pages of the script that were shot there, and that doesn't end up in the film actually. So we have 2 pages of script which are not in the film, which is
maybe worth holding on to.
It's a lovely movie buff book, or indeed for anybody with a thing about movies being made in Ireland, and particularly people from Wexford.
Brilliant.
It's
very good. It really captures the moment.
My late grandfather, God bless him, from Ferns, would be proud of you. Be proud of you. So well done. It's called Battleground. It's about a tenner, isn't it?
That's right, yeah.
And through Eustace?
Yeah, Easton's are distributing it. So all good bookshops, as I say, around.
Good man, Steve. Well, congratulations to you.
Thank you very much for coming in, Steve.
Yeah. That's lovely. Well done. Thanks for joining us today.
Now, will you stay for a bit of music?
I will
You're here.
Yeah,
You're here now.
You'll remember the mayor.